to 100% Chelsea. I'm sat in a very lovely flat with Elliot from Bedford TV on a black sofa, so I don't get any ideas. So, yeah. But anyway, we're here to talk about, obviously, you lot at the weekend.
Yeah.
You're all doing all right, I guess?
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had a mini resurgence.
Yeah.
I mean, we ground out a 0-0 against Man City last time out, and then we've had a break. Obviously, we're out of the cups, etc. So yeah, interested to see this one. We usually do okay against you guys at our place.
I'd say you're our bogey team, personally.
Yeah.
I think you set up really well against us. It's almost, you have that little bit of Tony Pulis come back out of you when you play us.
We always do that against the top sides.
Yeah.
Just revert back to what we know. It seems the safest option. I expect us to do it again.
Yeah.
We've had one of our star men at the minute that you're probably going to have to watch out for as well, who's pretty much ran the show in the past couple of games, is a youngster called Ramadan Sobi. Egyptian youngster. We signed him, he was named as Young African Talent of the Year, and he's finally, I don't know how it took Mark Hughes so long to realise, because we all saw this very early on in the season when we played against Hull in the Capital One Cup. Ran the show, man of the match performance. We did lose 2-1 though, but he's now starting games. It's taken a while, but he's playing on the left wing. He's taken on Alvic's position. He's gone over to the right in Shaqiri's absence, and he's just an absolute workhorse. He's creating chances. He's skillful. He's pacey. So yeah, I think that's your man to watch out for in this game.
I remember we were having a conversation about him at the beginning of the season. I remember you were saying obviously everything you just said, and then he's like 2-footed as well. He's very
tricky, very pacey. He just knows how to sell a defender. I think Otamendi's still looking for him from the last game. But yeah, he's definitely the one to watch out for.
And then who else is, obviously, because Arnautovic, I guess on paper would be the man. He'd be, I guess he's your star man at the minute. But then you'd have Berahino coming as well. I mean, what's Berahino been like since he came in January?
His last game against Man City was his first start, and you know he couldn't really do too much. It was a backs against the wall performance. He couldn't do much else. He did what he could, and it was just we needed an option in behind instead of Peter Crouch, where it just came back to us, which we saw the absolute evidence that it doesn't work in a 4-0 demolition against Spurs. But for me, Berahino probably missed this one. I feel he'll go back to Crouch and go back to that sort of tactic. Arnautovic is just doing what he does. He's just ploughing through, being a talismanic figure for us. He creates a lot of stuff, and he did pretty well against Middlesbrough with the goal.
What sort of team should we be expecting coming into this game? Is it, like you're saying, you're expecting a Tony Pulis fashion, so you're expecting a very basic, maybe like a 4-3-3, sort of knock the ball up, or?
I don't think Mark Hughes will change at all from his formation. I think he'll go back to his 4-2-3-1. Although he did do a 4-4-2 in the last game, I think he'll just go back to what he knows, and it'll be defending from the back, just trying to stop you guys, hoping for something on the counter, or Peter Crouch holding it up.
And what's the team then? What are you thinking the team will do?
Barring injuries and absences, because we've had Shaqiri out for a while now. I don't know if he'll be back for this game. I think he'll set up with obviously Lee Grant in goal, Johnson at right back if he's fit. If not, Phil Bardsley, who's done pretty well, probably been an unsung hero for us this season. Shawcross and Bruno Martins Indy, Eric Pearce at left back. Then in the midfield, it'll probably be Jeff Cameron. And then the other position's quite tricky because he might revert back to Charlie Adams, Glenn Whelan. Could he also be Ibrahim Afellay? For me, I'd probably put Allen in there.
Charlie Allen, how's he been for you?
Joe Allen's been great. He's just played in this number 10 role, been scoring goals, which Klopp got rid of him because he wasn't scoring goals, and now he's just coming to us and doing it, which is just mental, seeing as though Klopp sold him for that reason. And he's forced Bojan out of the side into Germany. He's forced him that far away from the side. He's now in Germany. So yeah, he's been doing really well, and he's up there with our top scorers in the league so far.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'll expect it to be Ramadan Sobi on the left, Arnautovic on the right, Peter Crouch or Berahino up top, depending on how he wants to go.
That sounds. I don't know what it is, but that team on paper, if you look at Martin's Indy, obviously he hasn't had a great start. He obviously was renowned for having massive eyes at the 2014 World Cup, and was, but he was pretty sound for the Netherlands team, and then he's gone to Porto. He went to Porto, didn't quite work out. You've gone there on loan.
Yeah.
I mean, how has he? Has he been great for you, or is he one of your shaky figures?
No, he's been brilliant for us. We didn't have a great start, but no one did, because we didn't win for the first 6-7 games of the season. But since then, he's been, a brilliant. Looks like the final sort of replacement for Robert Hoof and a partner for Shawcross. And I think every single Stoke fan will say that on the top of our wish list for the summer is getting Bruno Martins Indy on a permanent deal.
And then, if there's anyone, what would you say is your weakest thing, or the weakest part of that team?
For me, it is Eric Pearce, left back.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will agree as well. He's a consistent defender, and he's always, every time Squawk or whoever do the stats, and it's who's at the top for most tackles. Eric Pearce is always there, but the rest of his game, his passing, his going forward is a bit shaky. And I think a lot of people admit, he's getting on as well. He's in his 30s. I think a lot of people admit we need to strengthen the side at left back, definitely.
Then final question, obviously getting towards the back end of the season, are we looking at the traditional 9th place finish for Stoke, or what do you think?
Yeah, I can see us being 9th forever. I know that towards the start of the season Hughes wanted to push for Europe for 7th, I think he said. I think that went out the window with the start that we had, like it does most seasons, And I think we will just end up in 9th. Just happens, we just gravitate to that position in the league.
A bit like Man United staying in City currently.
Yeah, exactly like that. But they haven't had 3 previous 6 finishes in a row, whereas we've finished 9th for the past 3 seasons. So, yeah, I can imagine us staying there. I can't imagine us improving too much between now and the end of the season with the squad that we've got, unless say Berahino comes inside and hits some form that we know he could recreate from West Brom, but barring a miracle, I think he'll be 9.
Well, there you go. That's Elliot's view on Stoke from the Bear Pit TV. Make sure you head across there, because I'm going to be doing something over there as well. Make sure you subscribe to When I'm to Chelsea. Thank you for coming on.
No worries.
That means a lot, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.